It's like a suspense movie start. They may have lured her in on purpose, knowing nothing about Rachel except the woman's photo. Just then, the wind blew the door open. Fortunately, the Vice Dean found them and they returned safely. As their clothes were soaked, they wore hospital gowns temporarily. They feared the fierce typhoon would destroy protective facilities. They discussed placing 66 patients here. Teddy fidgeted. Rachel's note said patient 67, yet they only counted 66. Were they hiding something? Just then, the dean announced. Subtitles. Rachel has been located. It's truly unbelievable that she had no injuries at all, making one wonder where she had actually been. However, before Teddy even had a chance to speak, she mistook Teddy for her husband and cried that she didn't kill their child. But the next moment, she pushed Teddy away, and guess what? Teddy's headache flared up once more. Escorted by her partner to the ward, she returned to WW2 in sleep, but this time it was different. She saw her family in the crowd. The next second, her wife turned into Rachel, and their daughter sat up, asking why she hadn't saved her. Suddenly, Teddy snapped back to reality. As she reached for her notebook, a woman rushed in. Seeing who it was, she was stunned. It turned out to be her wife, seeing that Aldis was not dead and must be somewhere. But just then, she closed her eyes. Surprise! A dream within a dream left everyone in chaos. After a night of gales, the facility was nearly paralyzed. Teddy spotted the fallen power grid and guessed the entire electricity system had been wrecked. What a perfect opportunity. She might find Aldis in there. Suddenly, she was attacked by a patient. Luckily, Teddy broke free with her skills, but the attacker was badly hurt. Her partner had to take the injured patient for treatment, and though Teddy realized she was being impulsive, she pressed on deeper in search of Aldis. Teddy couldn't believe her eyes when she ran into that so-called college buddy George here. George warned her not to move, leaving her utterly shocked. All this happened because of her. He urged her to escape quickly, saying it's all a game, and she was just a little lab rat lost in this maze. Teddy thought he was crazy, but George reminded her to think, had she ever really met her partner? He mentioned he would soon be taken to the lighthouse. As he claimed, it meant he would undergo a cerebrospinal fluid removal, and Teddy was utterly clueless. At this point, she couldn't decide whether to believe her classmate. Just then, her partner arrived, saying he had found Aldis' medical records. Teddy said she'd look later, as she needed to head to the lighthouse for answers. Yet, her partner blocked her again, saying they had found Aldis' records. Enough proof that the hospital had indeed a patient 67. But Teddy recalled her classmate's warning. Indeed, she had never truly known this so-called partner. She didn't want him following her anymore, so he reluctantly chose to leave. While trying to slip down the other side, she unexpectedly caught the scent of cigarettes. Peeking over, she found her partner motionless. She didn't care about the danger and scrambled down the cliff to rescue him, but when she reached the bottom, her partner had vanished. Teddy shouted. She saw caves glimmer, thought her partner hid there, and climbed up. Little did she know that a woman was hiding inside. Introducing herself as a cop, Teddy made the woman relax, only to discover that it was Rachel. She said she's no patient, but a doctor here, locked up as mad after finding human experiments on the island. Fortunately, she found a chance to escape and hid in this cave to survive. Teddy believed her police badge could expose everything, but Rachel told her that would be useless because anyone who learns the secret can't leave alive. No way, that's not me. Rachel said the hospital keeps anyone who investigates its secrets on the island. Unknowingly, they take mind-altering drugs, are taken to the lighthouse for surgery, becoming mindless bones. Then Teddy, suffering a headache, passed out again. After waking, the woman was gone. Teddy uncovered the island's secrets. She had to leave by boat today, but first, an important task. She had to inform her partner. However, when she asked the dean if he had seen him, his answer left her flabbergasted. Overnight, it seemed changed. Teddy left on a pretext, fearing her partner was taken for experiments, and set the dean's car ablaze to cause chaos. Then she seized the guard's weapon in the confusion and hurried up the staircase, finally reaching the top of the lighthouse. But it was nothing like she had imagined. No lab existed, and the dean had waited too long. She said, "The gun's empty. Drop it, then unveiled the truth. The dean said, "You've been here for 2 years. Haven't you been curious about who patient 67 is? That person is you. You have a very serious tendency towards violence and delusions. Your mind constantly conjures up people who don't exist." The dean said, "Didn't you notice anything different about those 2 individuals you've been investigating from the start when their letters are reversed? Rachel's name spelled out your wife's name backward, and that arsonist Eldice spelled you backward too. Subtitle: Your name is not Teddy at all. It's actually Eldice." The dean said, 2 years ago, you were sent here. Unable to forgive yourself for grave sins, you created an alternate self and have lived in fantasy ever since. You didn't realize your violent tendencies, and 2 weeks ago, George was attacked by you, leaving him like that. Letter 3CA, Cyrillic letter 4E3, Eka at half R0, you circumflex bandit sign times L2 over their pan, 3 at plus or minus Aomat, Ograva or menina, you circumflex O Iamat, a circumflex Aomat 3 Oamat, until the letter 2BD, Cyrillic letter 4 ABC, Sedilla, O acute, turned on retroflex quarter W, Ograva Aomat, you acute, Egrov, Y acute, letter 3CA, Cyrillic letter 4E3, I circumflex, ligature, J copyright. That way, you wouldn't hurt anyone anymore, but we never intended to give up on you. Subtitles: Just take a look who's coming behind you. Hi Bart. Your so-called partner is actually your attending physician. If you want to catch more amazing stories, be sure to subscribe to our channel and don't miss out on any episodes.